In the last video, we made a complete rolling chassis for our Patty Wagon. A little background, this is for a 2019 Red Bull Soapbox Derby race in downtown Dallas. It's gonna be awesome. There's tons of teams competing, but we think we got a real shot at winning. So what do we need to do in this one?
Now that we got the frame done, we need to get this thing looking like a burger. So we got our plywood base, we're gonna build up chicken wire, and then we're gonna lay our paper mache on top of that.
Yeah, so really, we don't really know what we're doing here, but we've seen a lot of people that kind of use this method for like huge parade floats. This thing is gonna be like 6 by 5 and probably about this tall. So there's a lot of work going into this thing. Let's just get started because we're probably gonna do a lot of iterations and mess up a lot, but that's the name of the game. The main objective of this build is actually to just build a cage for Joseph, so he can't break stuff anymore.
Yeah, I can't break anything anymore.
Yeah, you want to go through how we kind of did this, Joe?
Yeah, we just started with the roll and started laying it against this edge. And what we did was just staple it on the lines that we drew and kind of got the contour and the shape of this thing down. And then we just started to kind of bend up those edges so we can get a solid foundation for when we start to bend the actual burger shape. I'll be able to tell on camera, but we got all this chicken wire shaped in the general shape of 2 buns and a patty. The lettuce and cheese and other details, those will all be added in post. But now it's time to start bending in this upper bun and kind of cutting some relief cuts so we can get that dome shape. Alright, so it's getting pretty wonky in the corners with all this different angles we got going on here. So these relief cuts are really helping to get these curves shaped in, roughed in for now.
Yeah.
It's about 10 o'clock. It's Monday. We leave for college next Monday. So we're gonna call it here. We've got a lot of work left to do, but this is a pretty good base shape for us to build off of.
It's the next day, and as you can see, this is kind of one of our prototypes for scaffolding, and actually we're really happy with this. These aluminum bars like don't even weigh a pound each for an 8-foot section. So it's really good, and we're able to bend it really good to a contour. So basically our plan is we're gonna have 2 on each side and 1 in the front, just to give this thing a basic rigid support system. So now what we need to do is we have our template, so now we need to take this off and bend up 5 more of these.
All right, so we got 4 nearly identical brackets, so we'll get to zip tying the chicken wire up to it. Hopefully this works. We got the front support bar in, so now we need to make this back support bar. But since our seat's kind of right here, we're gonna have to bend these 90 degrees and go kind of around, making a little cowl around the seating area. And then that'll go up to this side and make our rear support. So now that we got these structural bars in place, we need to get this last one in, and then we can start massaging the chicken wire, and then it's on to paper mache. So we got kind of this first front corner done, and it's really looking great. So I mean, I'm just kind of like twisting the chicken wire, like kind of molding it into the right shape. But I mean, it's not too hard. It's actually going a lot faster than I was expecting. But the next clip y'all see is this thing fully mocked up, and then we'll start the paper mache. So our batter for the paper mache, this is cooking with BBR. Remember, just add 1 teaspoon.
Yeah, we're just trying to make like a thick paste. Oh, this looks nasty. This looks so gross. I think we need to add more for sure.
So we got the batter all ready, and we're laying it on. All clumpy.
Yeah, no, this is gonna be disgusting. The garage floor is about to be absolutely wrecked. But look at that. That's like taking shape, I think.
been a little bit of time. This thing has had some time to, you know, dry up, tack up a little bit, and it's holding together, like, look at that, really well. The shape is really starting to become apparent.
Yeah. It's huge though. This is taking us forever. And we probably only have about one coat on here, only on the front section. So we're just gonna keep working. Okay guys, Jason and Joe just headed out, but I wanted to get a clip of this thing before basically the next morning so you can see what it's like kind of with the first 2 layers on and it's still wet. What we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to put it on its side to be able to do the side pieces, just because the gravity doesn't really help us with the way the paper lays out. But I mean, this thing, I had my doubts before with the wire frame and stuff, but if this thing dries hard, it is like, it's shaping up to be a freaking awesome burger. And we layered the paper mache around the edge, so it's kind of almost like your own little fiberglass hull. I mean, this is a lot like fiberglass, just like for kids, basically. So yeah, we will see where we are tomorrow, but I'm super happy with how this thing is shaping up.
So last night we wrapped up the top bun. It's holding up pretty sturdy and it looks pretty smooth. It's gonna turn out great, I think. And so now what we gotta do is we have to tilt it up so we can get paper to stick on these side pieces.
Yeah, but it's coming along really well. You can finally see we're starting to get some definition in our burger here. So yeah, just slowly but surely, this is taking forever.
Alright, so we had some problems where the chicken wire would sag down where it wasn't supported. So what we kind of did is made kind of like a Bondo type thing out of just mashed up newspapers. Just kind of shredded them a little bit and then filled in all the gaps, which actually works really well. With that, the second side is done, so now we're just going to try and make it look nice and then we're ready for paint.
All done with paper mache now, and we made the body unboltable, so we're going to take it off, let it dry, and then get to painting.
Dang. How light is it?
Actually super light.
Wow, watch out for the trash can. Yeah, we're gonna let her bake out in the sun a little bit. Hopefully our neighbors don't ask too many questions. Knew it.
So we did a couple test coats on a piece of wood. Now we're gonna send it on here and hopefully it comes out pretty good. Oh yeah.
She's looking meaty.
Yeah, we're just kind of sculpting the edges to make it look a little bit smoother and rounder, but it's working really well.
Yeah, it looks like it it looked a little flat at first, but now we got that dimension.
And then we'll have cheese and lettuce up on top, so like this will be hidden too. So
yeah,
it's looking good.
Dang, I'll have to guard this thing.
Tasty.
Yeah, it looks real tasty.
We've done a base layer, and now we're just touching up where it bubbled up too much or where it sagged down while it was drying. And it's got some nice texture. It looks really good, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it looks a lot like foam right now, but I think when it's all painted up, it's gonna be looking real nice.
So we cut the floor out so we can fit it around the seat bracket.
Yeah, we did change up the seat so it's a little higher.
Yep, it's burger time.
Yes. Our measurements were correct.
So our paint colors, we have pretty much all the body done, but we're gonna make sure we chose the right colors and everything's gonna look good before we paint the entire thing. So, here goes nothing.
So, just to be clear, we're doing everything in the fun color.
Yeah, we're gonna do bun color first, and then we're gonna add
Yeah.
the meat color and all that. So it'll definitely take a couple layers, but
I think that's a good bun color.
yeah, it's not bad. So
Alright guys, so I had to grab the camera from inside, but oh my gosh. Like, that, it's kind of unsettling. Like,
Yeah.
burger. It looks, it's like too real looking.
And we spent like no time on this.
Yeah.
This was like just kind of a test
No
thing to see if the
effort.
colors were right. Like, this was zero effort.
Yeah, like we didn't really care about shading or anything, but yeah, I'm gonna record y'all painting and let's watch this thing freaking transform.
I'm gonna repaint all this brown though, so we can redo it better.
Are we going halfway?
Yeah, let's just do half of it.
It's so beautiful. Oh, gross. When it's all one color, it looks so nasty. But yeah, you'll see. It comes around pretty good. We're only doing one half. Sorry guys, but a Red Bull film crew's coming tomorrow. So like, we kind of want to leave some for them. But honestly, if I just stand over here, you won't even see the other half. So you'll get a good idea of what it's gonna look like. Ooh, baby. Look at it on camera, guys. Look at it on camera.
Oh my. Dude, it looks so real. Yeah, Joe, we're gonna have to just touch it up with the white.
Yeah.
I think we can't even worry about it.
And the shading will help cover some stuff up.
Alright, so we're gonna give the meat a kind of a little bit of a sear look, so we're just using some black. And then we'll probably have to do another coat of brown on top of it to smooth it out, but.
Yeah, super subtle.
Okay, so now it's time to add accents to our bun. So we're just kind of giving a more toasted look, I guess, especially around the edges and then around kind of the lower edge of each side of the bun. And now just kind of tie in our meat to our buns and just make it look more realistic. That might have been too heavy up there. Actually,
I think you can. I don't know, it's kind of an issue though. It's like too realistic. Like, I mean, Jason, what do you think, man?
yeah, I'm really happy with how this has turned out. Like, definitely exceeded my expectations. It's really turning out really good. I mean, just kind of shading the bottom right now. And then after this one half will be done.
Yeah, it's just like an issue. It's too real.
It's actually
like, I mean, we were kind of going for the cartoony look, but I think we're gonna impress people with just how.
From far away, this thing's like straight up a burger.
No, yeah, like if you crop this down the burger size, it would look like one. So sorry if there's a little bit of a gap in footage, but Red Bull sent an entire film crew out here because this is for their soapbox race. So they basically took a cool like kind of working montage. So there was just so much going on. I could not pick up the camera, but I'll put some links in the description if the videos are out. They should be really cool, super high production quality. I mean, they had lights, huge mics, it was awesome. But we got the seat raised up about 12 inches. That way we're kind of sitting higher in the patty, and it's completely painted. So, and oh my gosh, it looks incredible.
Yeah, so right now I'm just cutting out some of the cheese. So yeah, if y'all guys will see in a second, but like putting cheese and lettuce on this thing makes it so much better. It makes it look so much more realistic. And it kind of ties in the super realistic burger to our less realistic headlights and Spongebob theme. So yeah.
So basically all we have left, it's pretty much done to get bolted all together. So now it's just only aesthetic stuff. So like we'll do, we did the propeller, which is so awesome. Is this dry enough, you think?
Maybe. Give it a shot.
Yeah. This is so funny, guys. So I welded on a Go Power Sports 5/8 bearing on the inside there. So it's just like the real deal. So like just little things like that, details. We're trying to win this thing, get some fan favorite love. So yeah, that's a lot of talking, but that's all. Now you're all up to speed. Okay, so this is a cut forward in the future. The Patty Wagon is done. I really hope you like it. Be sure to vote for us on, we're gonna put the links in the description. Basically, it's a fan favorite vote. So it's really important for like us to get as many votes as possible. So if you take some time and you're really liking the Patty Wagon, be sure to drop a vote for us. Okay, thank you guys for watching. So much went down in this video. I can't tell you how many hours of paper mache work we have into this thing, but it's like really coming together. It looks absolutely amazing. It completely exceeded our expectations. So the burger's really glowing up, so be sure to stay tuned. It's definitely looking hyper real, but now what we need to do is we need to kind of tone it down a little bit and work on the cartoon details. So be sure to stay tuned. It seems like the next 2 videos are gonna be basically all the finishing details to make it look like the Patty Wagon, and then we're racing this thing at Red Bull. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Go Power Sports. See you next time.